Bonsoir, bonsoir, fait accompli. Je m'appelle Hercule Poirot. Je suis une fancy hat et une fancy moustache. Bonsoir, Ray. Bonsoir, mes petits amis. I am ready to investigate the murder and then draw everyone into the drawing room to accuse them of the crime. Not that long, to be honest. I'll keep the hat on, but I'm trying to remember which way. Try and get the hat. It's a nice hat. I'm not going to keep the accent up because that's just plainly ridiculous. And also, my fancy moustache smells of Sharpie and is getting me high. I wasn't going to shave the moustache because you'd see all my chins, and also I haven't really got enough to do like the whole waxy thing. So I made this out of Sharpie and stuck it onto a pen. I'm here, Orient Express. Good evening, Kira. How are we all? How are we, Kira Ray Fade? How you doing? We've got new things on the stream. We have the sound alerts in. If you hang around yesterday on Discord, you'd have heard a few of them. Oh, stuff. I'm saving stuff in my face till later because I've got we got like a little Easter bonus £10 voucher from work. If you saw the thing with the 9 genders earlier, that was
Crumbs,
from that.
DJ, what are you doing?
I'm talking. Yes, we got sound alerts. Hopefully, those volumes are reasonable. I've also kept the cost reasonable for the chat ones because they are meant to be for exactly that. If you think I'm being an arsehole, well, if you think I'm being an arsehole, then you want this one.
DJ.
That's the DJ's being an arsehole one. If you think I'm being an idiot, then you'll want the DJ, what are you doing? They do have a cooldown, even for me. Even for me. Hello, former astronomer. How you doing? How are you doing? But yeah, so for 150 Orco beans, which I think is a reasonable amount because you've all got a lot, and I don't want to answer the phone to my mother, so I want you to spend them on something. We do have, yes, we do have the Crumbs DJ, what are you doing, for when I'm being an idiot. The DJ for when I'm being an arsehole. The fail trumpet, because everyone needs a fail trumpet, a trombone. The victory alert. Because sometimes we need to fail trumpet. Fade after not making it to the first chair in a high school. I would play the trumpet now for that, but we're on cooldown. But most importantly, the most important new sound alert we've got. Horny gel. We've got horny gel. If you need to send someone to horny gel, you can use that or the fail trumpet. There you go. So all those cheaply available to you. Down below are the bits ones that you really, that means giving me money, and you don't have to give me money. You do not have to give me money at all. That's why some of them are quite expensive, because they're quite expensive because they're quite long. So you know you don't honestly have to use them, but they're there if you want to. If you want to engagement, if you want to do engagement, then just I'll load them up so you can have a listen on there. We'll get around to playing a video game in a minute. But yeah, we got the cheap ones just to keep me in line. And then my sounds. There we go. Yeah, if you wanna spend some bits, you can.
That doesn't work.
And you can get Rincewind to do that. You can spend some bits for this one.
You must die. I alone am best.
You can spend some bits for the really annoying air horn, and I will probably hate you more than using the Rincewind one. I will hate you for that, but it is bits. And then the other ones are like really long. The Scott Steiner Maths one is a minute of a madman doing the worst maths. I'm sorry, Kira. If anyone ever wants to spend 400 bits, I recommend
Doctor Doctor He's a bloke in a box. Doctor Who.
That is worth 400 of your bits, I think. More so than Scott Steiner Maths. But, sometimes there might be a mark out there who wants to do... How bored was it? It didn't take that much, really. Just rip off a few YouTube videos. You just wait until later. We will... Because there's a few more that aren't down there or in the chat. Which way is the chat? That way is the chat. I've been doing a few tweaks here and there. Anyway, should we play some A Walk in the Park? Maybe. Hello, Kathy. How you doing? Yeah, but that's outside. There's people out there. Ma says they're witches. Anyway, should we play a video game? That's what we're here to do. We're here to play video games, not talk nonsense about sound files. But they're there. We have sounds now, Kathy. We have sounds. They're not all for bits. Some of them are for chat bucks. Here we go. I was mucking about. This game does not play in windowed mode. And it's over there. So, maybe I should probably move that so you can see more rubbish. More of my rubbish. The options for this game did not have windowed mode. So, but we have ego points. Oh, I have the ego points. Soon my ego will be inflated. And my mustache is full enough. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the person... maybe the person who done it in the book did it in the game. Maybe it's other people. I'm honestly not sure. Eagle points. I will get the eagle. The evil eagle. Alright, let's play this, mother. Collect ego points by acting in the same way as Hercule Poirot. Ah. Oh, I love a bit of Art Deco. Oh, look at those spats. Bonsoir. Hello, lords.
Some post for you, Poirot.
Mr. Hercule Poirot, you fancy yourself, don't you, at solving mysteries that are too difficult for our poor thick-head British police? Let us see, Mr. Clever Poirot, just how clever you can be. Perhaps you'll find this nut too hard to crack. Look out for handover on the 21st of the month. Yours extra. A, B, C.
Oh, it's some sort of joke.
Maybe. But please remind me to inform Chief Inspector Japp.
The 21st. Oh, ça va bien, merci. The ABC messages. Hello, Lods. How you doing? I have an hat and a moustache and a video game. And is that Solstice? It's around about then, isn't it? So then I can have hand is displayed on the side. Okay. Oh, steam trains. So I remember Poirot being on the television. I must have watched it because let's face it, we only had 4 channels, and one of them was in Welsh. This game looks really good to start, but yeah, I can't really remember.
It's here, Poirot. The murder took place in this street. Grim place indeed.
Tout à fait, Hastings. The streets of Andover are in a terrible state.
Well, they're not much different
Look,
now.
there's Chief Inspector Japp.
All right,
He's
latest
talking with a
fade.
policeman.
Let us try not to get our shoes wet.
Reconstruction of the bonus. Okay, cool. Here we go. We are in Andover. I've been to Andover. It's not much different, I don't think. Why? Okay, cool. So I can talk to him, but not them. There's a kitty. Can I pet the kitty? Can I pet the kitty? Why can't... Can we solve the missing cat? This poster here says missing cat. And there's the cat. We've solved the crime, everybody. Right, there's some bobbies there. Can we pet the horse? Okay, what are you? You are... Objectives. Go meet Japp. Okay, cool. It gives me objectives. Notebook. Okay, cool. Little grey cells. Ho-ho. She's just tried to brain into a WhatsApp chat. That, Kathy, that doesn't work. It'll cost you 100 bits if you want to hear Rincewind say it. Is theft the motive for the crime? Okay, well, let's talk to Japp first. We got our little grey cells. Can't investigate the bins yet. You must be Mr. Japp. Inspector Japp.
Don't dilly-dally, Poirot. Japp will be waiting for us.
Oh, that's Hastings. Oh, is he going to walk this
Dash!
road?
A puddle. How clumsy.
I'm clicking on him. Do I have to actually stand in front of him? Oh, okay.
Over
Apparently I
here,
do.
it's Hastings and Poirot. You missed the 9 o'clock train?
We took the 10:30. Luckily, the service is good to Andover.
So, Chief Inspector, what do we have?
The victim is called Alice Asher. She owned this tobacco shop. She was killed yesterday with a blow to the back of the head.
At what time?
Let me just check.
Yeah, pushing with his business observing it. Yeah, okay. The tobacco shop. She's killed in a tobacco shop by a blow to the back of the head. Okay, cool. Find 3 clues that agree with Poirot's remark. What was Poirot's remark?
Is Japp being too relaxed? Let us find the clues that prove it.
Relaxed attitude. Slight smile.
chap is in a good mood. I bet he thinks he's already caught the culprit.
The last customer to see Mrs. Asher alive left her shop at 5:30. The body was found at around 11 in the evening by an officer doing his rounds. The shop door was open. That's what alerted him.
Had anything been taken?
A little tobacco maybe, but you'd hardly murder for a few smokes. There's nothing of any real value in the shop.
What type of woman was Mrs. Asher?
In her 50s, married but separated, no children.
Her husband?
Aha, Franz Asher, the husband. Alcoholic and violent. It's said that he regularly insulted his wife and threatened to kill her.
He did it.
Do you think he's guilty?
Yes.
We'll look for Franz Asher. If he doesn't have an alibi, the case is closed. A very unoriginal murder.
Peut-être. May I examine the crime scene?
Of course, old chap.
I'll be with you in a minute, Poirot.
Thanks, Hastings. Right, things. Okay, cool. I can at least Alt and Tab out. There's a rat. Cool. Next thing, inspect the crime. I like having a little thing on there. Oh, Lods keeps dropping lots of French in, and I actually like recognise some of it. I got an A for GCSE French, then never spoke a word of French for like 25 years, and I went to Paris for one evening, and I was just like, oh, I think I can remember a few things. Bonsoir. And now, like, yeah, Lods, le chat est sur la fenêtre. Yeah, the chat is in the window. Oh, rated French rate level, français. Cool. So, Alice Asher owns a tobacco shop, married to Franz. She lived alone. Married to Franz and lived alone? Or lived alone with Franz? She's got a tobacco shop with a blow to the back of the head, about 50 years old, in Andover. Let's make the Poirot's little grey cells work. Answer the questions he asked himself by establishing the links between the clues to deduce an answer. Apply the clues to the empty boxes to fill the holes. The holes, the holes. I probably need to know more, huh? Clues are missing. 2 of them, notably.
Chap is in a good mood.
Right, here we are in an old school tobacco shop.
The place is unusually tidy for a crime scene.
It is. Magazines and papers are in order. Well-ordered shelves.
Nothing suggests any sign of a fight.
Alright, I quite like this observation mechanic. Isn't too bad, huh? So the object from all angles by holding the click and moving the mouse. Lodge went to press conference. Coldly, I hadn't got the Eurostar before, so went at the same time. Got to the taxi rank with the Ubers. Pull up as it's around the other side. I spoke to the Uber driver on the phone, tell him where to pull up. Instructed my colleague we need to go to the hotel. Driver pulls up. My mate jumps in. As he shuts the door, I hear him say to the driver, "Hola!" Oh, bless. Oh. Yeah, I've forgotten most of my German. I did like a bit of learning German via the thing with the owl, Duolingo. It's weird though. Like they don't teach you to count. But yeah, good teachers is a good thing. Like I'd speak Welsh if I didn't have a shite Welsh teacher. Anyway, I must hold the click
Red
and move the
liquid
mouse.
is oozing out.
Is it blood? I mean, there's no such thing as forensics, so... Oh, no.
It's just some strawberries
No.
that are losing their juice. They probably come from the fruit and vegetable shop opposite.
We all thought it was blood, huh?
It's not just any railway guide. It's an ABC.
ABC? The ABC timetable, including an original tale told in the train by the Tatler. And by the Tatler. Llanelli and Vale of Towie Railways, Llanelli, Llandailo, Llandyfri and Cwmaman. Is that actually meant to be Llanelli? Because there's an I in Llanelli. Looked like raspberry jam, but I bet it was apple inside. Oh, please, not again. Greenhouse heating apparatus of every description. List sent on application. Amazing. Anyway, let's look at the timetables. Let's see.
It's open at the letter A. There are no prints on the book.
Good, because I've been handling it. Open at A for Andover. What else is there to look at here? Boo 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 boo. Oh, there are plenty.
The counter is covered with fingerprints all on top of one another. Unfortunately,
Yeah, the
it
body.
will not be possible to use them.
Well, this carpet's looking kind of tatty. How do we explain the presence of an ABC guide on the counter? Oh, we got ego points. Yeah. Why is this carpet so tatty? Like, everything else is really quite nice and tidy. Yet the carpet is a bit minging. Well, let's look at the dead body, shall we?
She has a packet of play cigarette next to her hand. Did she drop it when she fell?
Oh, I want a fag now. Or at least a joint.
This poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood.
Even shaped. Thought to ride like
This
butterfly.
poor woman's head is resting in a very even-shaped pool of blood. This poor woman's head.
Yeah, okay, hang on. So is... No, that's all the same thing.
I
Body.
can't see any other mark on the floor.
What's she holding on to?
The body is hidden by the counter and is not visible from the tobacco shop store. Many customers might have thought that Mrs. Asher had popped out.
What's that blue thing doing here?
She just has one wound on the back of the head. There are no other wounds or signs of a struggle.
What's that? Tuppence for a matchbox. shilling for tobacco, 3 shillings for cigarettes, 20 shillings for a cigar. Wow.
There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
So they're a mess.
So, Poirot, any news?
So, an ABC guide with no fingerprints but prints all over the counter.
Normally, the tobacco shop does not sell ABC guides.
Exact. Mon ami, could you have a word with the neighbors? Some may have seen something.
Of course, my friend, I'll do it straight away.
There are cigarettes packets in a mess on the shelf.
Right. What's that? That! Why is that not a clue? That's just looking out of the thing. Anyway, let's have a look. How do we explain the presence of an ABC guide on the counter? There are no fingerprints on the guide. It was left by the murderer as a signature.
The murderer deliberately left behind this ABC as a signature. The absence of fingerprints and the fact that it is open at letter A for Andover leaves little doubt.
So the murderer's going to Basingstoke next. And then Crawley? What else is happening? Is theft the motive for the crime? No, they're not making connections, are they? We're still missing a clue to answer that question. Chelmsford. Was Mrs. Asher killed on sight? Pool of blood near her head. No other marks on the floor. She was killed on sight.
Mrs. Asher was killed here. The absence of marks in the shop and the regular shape of the blood stains indicated beyond a doubt.
Okay. We get more ego points. Was theft. Objects hide secrets behind complex mechanisms. We must decipher them. Oh, we're doing the room again. Click on part the left and zoom out is right. I'll click on the arrow.
The till does not appear to have been touched. I have to check that nothing. A mechanism has just made a fan click.
So the till was locked.
The till is full of money, but there is something strange. Something is hidden underneath.
Ah.
Something is hidden underneath.
Because, here's a thing. What is this? 8? Oh, that was a 5 run there, wasn't it? 8, 5. 8, 5, 2. And something is hidden underneath.
Something is hidden under.
Yes, but how?
Something is hidden underneath.
Yes, and how do we get at it? Peculiar. There is a tab.
Something is hidden underneath.
Oh no, the arrow zooms us out, huh? Aha!
This must be the key to the back of the shop.
What a weird place to hide a key. New objective, inspect her bedroom.
The motive is definitely not financial gain. There is no sign of a struggle, and the till has not been forced or emptied. The door is locked.
Door is locked, but we have a key. There we go. Well, that's one key. Do you like dancing? There's blood.
Blood.
I love the almost vampiric way that he says.
Blood.
Blood.
Did Alice Asher suffer from nosebleeds? An inscription in German. Souvenir of our honeymoon in the Black Forest. To my Alice forever, Franz Asher. The Ashers were a lovely couple when they were young.
Isn't everyone? No,
What
this
a
box?
strange box. It looks like you have to slide the slats of wood to open it.
Oh, it's another puzzle.
It is blocked.
Here we go. None of them? None of them? Okay. You? Anyone? Pew, Barney McGrew? Yeah, probably on the bottom.
It is blocked. It is blocked.
Crumbs! DJ, what are you doing?
Yes, on the bottom, I know. I'm trying now.
This button appears to activate the mechanism.
Mechanism on the top. Whoop. That was too. It's weird when there's no Ray. Hello, Jamie. How you doing? We are Poirot, and we are attempting to solve the mystery. Okay, this has got a different hue to it, so it's probably... Hey. Alright, we're just looking for the ones with the different hues. Maybe that's it?
It is blocked.
No, it is still still blocked. Blicked? No, he's not South African. He is Belgian. There's nothing here, is there? No. Horny jail. Who are we sending to horny jail? Can't just use the horny jail sound effect without actually sending someone. Have we still got more to do here? Ah, yeah.
That should do it.
That should do it. Hey.
Who is this young woman? To my dear Aunt Alice, Mary Drower.
Have you found anything?
Thank you,
Victim has a
Jamie.
niece. We must find her.
That's the one we need for when I do the good things. There was
I've
more.
finished with this subject.
Well, but no, there was something else in there.
I've finished with this subject.
No, I have finished with the subject, huh? Oh, another mystery box. Oh god, this is just the room, right?
Such a pretty decoration should be at the center of the motif to respect the symmetry.
Like, we've done this puzzle in the room, haven't we? I've done this puzzle. Like, only a few days ago. Poirot only went detective because he got fired from the job on the Coast Guard. Is there a pun here that I'm going to regret? Right. Will not let me do that one, so that's obviously wrong. Oh dear, oh. Oh, Lods, no. No, a ship radioed him saying, "Help, we're sinking," and he replies, "Well, what are you thinking about?" Regular jail for Lods, please. I'm not sure what sound alerts we have for that. Possibly none. That's where we came from. Why can I not move this centerpiece? Maybe that's it. I gotta... Yes. Oh, that one, oh, this is worse than... I'm not sure what this is worse than. No, see, I need to get something. Okay. Okay. No. Need to get something that ends there, don't I? Which will be that one. So I need to get all the way back there if I can. Right, so we've got that there, and then... No. Oui. Aha!
I heard a faint sound as if something was unlocked.
Yeah, there we go.
It is blocked.
Oh, wait, no. Not quite that yet. Aha. But not that one. Nor that one. Are these related to the buttons at the top? Maybe. Which direction is the bird actually in? No, the bird's head is at 12 o'clock when we look at it here. So...
These drawings appear to be attached to the chest of drawers. They won't move.
They won't move. But these ones here will. So is it just a case of the angles? So as we look at this, the head, yes, the head is
These drawings appear to be
also appears to be at 12 o'clock. So we go down to you and you're at 12 o'clock. You seem to have... Do I just need to get all the heads to 12 o'clock? Yeah, not 12, but... that pictures your head all the other way around, although... It does make satisfying clicky noises. Aha! Hey! Sounds like there's a wolf saying crumbs behind you, you know, in Bullfish.
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate medicine from a leading London laboratory in the home of such a modest woman.
Expensive cough medicine. You can pick up the letter the other way, Hercule.
From Mr. Adam Flint, Royal Bank, Eastfield Road, Andover. To Mrs. Alice Asher, 5 Bishops Road, Andover. Dear Mrs. Asher, further to your request of 12 February 1935, I have informed my superiors of your wish to apply for a loan to acquire the lease of the shop you rent from Mr. Fairfax. Despite the seriousness of your case, I regret to inform you that your request has been denied. The amount of your personal contribution, £11, is not high enough and represents too small a part of the final transaction. I remain at your disposal for any questions. Adam Flint. Mrs. Asher's meager savings were not enough for her to own the tobacco shop, but will largely cover her funeral costs.
You know, if only she'd stopped eating all those avocados, eh?
I think I've looked everywhere here. Let us see if I can find any more information in the shop's surroundings.
Right, let's see. Inspect the shop surroundings. Mary Drow is Alice Asher's niece in Andover. Yeah, we know all these things. Sure, she's a suspect. No, we don't need to do the grey cells.
This interior is very simple.
Modest crockery. An old stove.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
We can't see the other side of the proscenium arch, though. Why is that thing out of whack there? Never mind. 50 trophies to unlock. Wow. Alright. Let us observe things. Lots of rats, huh?
£4 a letters, a lovely large letters, £4 only.
Look at her on a mobile.
This woman appears to be a smoker.
Well done. Extinguished cigarette. Oh. You gonna zoom in on something there for a second, Hercule? Yes.
Maybe you can stare at people like that where you come from, but here it's very rude.
A full ashtray. A box of matches.
She's a big smoker. She must have been a customer at the tobacco shop.
Oh, there we go. She smokes a lot, so therefore she knows things. Hey Art, how you doing? Ho ho ho.
Did you know Alice Asher well?
And for starters, who are you?
I'm Hercule Poirot, the detective.
You're foreign, that's for sure, with your accent and your odd way about you. And you're here about Alice's murder, I suppose. Well, I've nothing to say to you.
Did you speak to the victim yesterday?
No, I never saw her.
Please, try and help me, madame.
Why should I help you? For your beautiful moustache?
Oh.
Come on, move along now. You're scaring away my customers.
Please, do not be ridiculous. I know that you went to the tobacco shop yesterday.
Well?
Okay,
it is your duty to tell me if you saw something unusual.
Who do you think you are telling me what to do?
Come
Get
over
away
here,
from
solving
my
our
stall.
crimes. Contemptuous. Rustic confessional. That's a trophy, apparently. Runs through a head shop. Smokes. Must be in the customer. Stuck up cow. Maybe I should have offered to buy some Chiche La Femme.
Hey, Poirot. Is the greengrocer causing trouble? I'll sort her out.
No, please, leave her, Chief Inspector. I'll get her to talk later.
I found the victim's niece. She's waiting for you in the back of the shop.
Thank you, mon ami. I'll question her.
I'll sort her out. I'll make her fall down the steps of the police station. No, we are fine. Can we establish time range during which Mrs. Asher was killed? She was seen alive at 5:30 PM, and the body's found at 11 PM. There we go. I think this is about 2015. Seems to be whenever I play modern games, they're from about 2015. We'll have a little look. Agatha Christie, the ABC Murders. 1936. No, that's the film. On Steam. Looks like it's 2016. Can we reduce this time range, and why? Just wounds, no railway guide. Still missing a clue. What was she doing when she was killed? That's a good question. Having a fag. Packets are in a muddle on the shelf. Just one wound. She was taking a packet of fags from the shelf. Fair enough.
The murderer probably pretended to be a customer. He hit the shopkeeper from behind as she turned around to serve him.
Of course. Ego points. I like a game with ego points. So I'd say that she was probably killed closer to 5:30, no? Before I go back in the shop, I'm just going to have a nose around.
Dash! A puddle! How clumsy.
Oh, you're always stepping in the puddle, Hercule. I want to solve...
This place is run down.
Empty shops for rent. Rubbish.
This is a really cutthroat neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime.
Yeah, because poor people.
This is a really cutthroat neighborhood. Anyone could have committed the crime.
Okay. I don't think that cat is that cat. That cat looked fluffier, so we haven't solved the mystery of the missing cat. But I want to pet the kitty.
4p a lettuce, a lovely strawberries, 6p a pound.
The strawberries are not fresh, madame. Those heartless paws. Someone is crying. Let us go and be
Jack
tactless.
had the body removed out of respect for the victim's niece. His attention is commendable.
Let us observe things about her before speaking.
Is her grief sincere?
Is her grief sincere? Lowered eyes. Handkerchief. Modest
She
black
appears
clothes.
to be very upset. She's dressed in mourning. She looks fragile.
Fragile. Demand that she stops crying, stupid woman.
You were very fond of your aunt, am I right?
She was the only family I had since my mother died.
Your aunt did not have any children, is that correct?
No, she was separated from her husband.
What do you think about Franz Asher, your aunt's husband?
He never left her alone. Poor aunt.
I misread that.
She used to drop by all the time and make a scene.
Was your aunt afraid of her husband?
He shouted a lot, but she wasn't afraid of him. Why, he used to slink away when she turned on him. He was afraid of her, if you like.
Did your aunt enjoy good health?
She had a bad throat, but she was well cared for by a doctor in London.
Oh, the coughing and the blood spots.
Does Franz Asher work?
All he's done for years is drink and gamble, but he used to be a very good cabinet maker.
What does he live on?
My aunt used to give him 5 shillings a week.
Why did she support such a goods for nothing?
He was her husband. She couldn't leave him with nothing.
I understand. You have been of great assistance, mademoiselle. Please take this young lady home.
My pleasure.
Well, this Franz Asher does not seem to be quite so dangerous as Jack says. And since Alice Asher gave him money regularly, it was not in his interest to kill her.
Find Franz. Not sure it was a lot of money in 1935. Well, yeah. Franz is violent, but was afraid of his wife. 5 shillings a week. Well, anyone got a calculator for like old money and stuff? Now we are still missing a clue. $20. Oh God, where's my copy of Good Omens? Oh, definitely less than an old pound, but I think it's, hold on a second. Let me find the appropriate quote. One of my favourite ever things from Terry Pratchett's Good Omens, or Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's Good Omens. It was a footnote. Note for young people and Americans, 1 shilling equals 5p. It helps to understand the antique finances of the Witchfinder army if you know the original British monetary system. Damn you, interstitial. 2 farthings equals 1 halfpenny. 2 halfpennies equals a penny. 3 pennies equals a threepenny bit. 2 threepences a sixpence. 2 sixpences 1 shilling or a bob. 2 bob a florin. 1 florin and 1 sixpence half a crown. 4 half crowns a 10 bob note. 2 10 bob notes 1 pound or 240 pennies. 1 pound and 1 shilling 1 guinea. The British resisted decimalised currency for a long time because they thought it was too complicated. And yes, stupid pre-decimal currency. Took us to what, like 72? Jesus. My sister was born in 72. Oh. Is this Franz?
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Give him a good slap. Look at what Franz dropped. Okay, cool. Is Chief Inspector Japp your evil twin? Could
It's
be.
Alice Asher's notebook. Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband. A box of new stockings.
New stockings, eh? That's quite fancy for fancy. Oh, that is still here, huh? Find a way to sober up Franz. Fancy. Alright, hit the X there.
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
Probably some cough medicine.
Medicine. Laudanum-based cough medicine, Mrs. Asher, and Dover Morley Laboratory, London. It's strange to find such an elaborate...
Okay, no, we're just saying that it's, how would you sober up a drunk? I mean, I'd just slap him. But maybe a bag of... bucket of water? Bucket of water. I like the bucket of water plan.
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Oh, this is new. Is that it? That's it? We're just going to preen ourselves? Yeah, we're just going to preen ourselves. Coffee. Hercule, you've chugged the evidence. Now, what is this? No. That's that thing. Why is that crooked? It's annoying me. Well, there was nothing I could interact with there that would get me to wake him up.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
A bottle of poor quality vinegar. The smell could awaken the dead.
Yes.
Your fruit is rotten.
What? A foreigner dares to say that?
Foreigner?
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Enough lies.
It's not lies. But you're not quite as clever as what you think.
Really?
Now, please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock.
She
left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some.
I
I
done
received
nothing.
them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Did you see anything unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was always a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
You were not alarmed?
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Oh, the worst kind of foreigner.
Did you see Franz Asher enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Yeah.
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
I'll leave it out here for her to sober up her husband.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
At what time was the murder committed? Yeah. No, okay. Come on, the brain cells. Yeah, we know what time the murder was committed. Now, let's go.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
Oh, everyone's here. Good. I'm glad the smell could awaken the dead. Let's try it. Yeah, the street's been closed off by the police. Nobody wants to go shopping in Andover.
I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbours and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again.
Let us observe Asher.
This man is in rather a bad state.
Split lip. Black eye.
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
Why weren't you looking at the bruised knuckles to find out that he'd been fighting? Jesus, Poro.
What were you doing yesterday at the time of the crime?
Can't recall.
Come on, my friend. Try to remember. It is important.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I don't remember a thing.
I see. But maybe you do remember threatening to kill your wife?
So what? You shouldn't take things so seriously, sir. Nothing but empty threats. We didn't get on all that badly.
Are you often involved in fights?
I don't know what you mean.
The truth is that someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything.
Yeah, please.
Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Nah.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
By which you
One
mean
thing
German?
is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he's not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Yes, let us reconstruct the events. Reconstruction. Yeah, that's quite cool.
The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Asher turns around to greet a customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
He then places the ABC on the counter before leaving.
The ABC was not found like that. We are not far from the solution, Hastings. Would you mind if we thought about it a little more?
Reconstruction failed. What did we miss?
The killer enters the
that's
shop.
alright. We get another chance to do it. He advances.
Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer. The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him.
Hastings
he seizes the opportunity to strike her.
Oh yeah, he turns
He
the
then
book
places
around.
the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Yes, Art. There are sound alerts that you can spend your channel points on to...
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.
Well, you heard someone at the door. It wasn't necessarily the postman, was it? Yeah, I want to live in this apartment. Look at it with the rounded things and look at the size of this living space and the... Oh, it's amazing. Read the letter. Let's read some notes. Franz is down as a witness. There's a witness. Everyone's a witness now. Don't need to work our little grey cells. Let's look around. It's the Daily Flicker. Okay, everyone, that's the Daily Flicker.
Daily Flicker, June the 22nd, 1935.
Oh, it doesn't pronounce it any better.
Battle over control of bank system. What will the government do for money? Andover, murder of a tobacconist.
We got a trophy for the newspaper, huh?
It is not the right time.
Oh, it's not the right time. Can I have some fruit? Can I have a biscuit? Biscuit, thank you.
No doubt about it. Hastings is going bored.
Well, that's the observations, huh? That.
You're not going to get the post?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I thought you got the post. Art, if you want to do that sound, you can pay me 100 bits down below. You got the free ones in chat, and you got the ones that cost you bits down below. Safety. Why does Poirot always pick up letters backwards?
Dear Mr. Poirot, well, what do you think? I believe that I won this round. The end of our affair went like clockwork, don't you feel? But the fun has only just started. I would like to draw your attention to Bexhill-on-Sea on the 25th of this month. We're having a crazy time. Best wishes, ABC.
Bexhill-on-Sea?
The next crime will be in Bexhill. We must warn Jap to Scotland Yard.
Did the letter indicate anything that might help the police?
To be honest, I think we can already guess something about the next victim. But I need to think about it a little more.
I just want a huff of the Sharpie fumes, to be honest. Thinking. Halonzi?
Let us examine this more closely.
Ah, yes. Like the big eyes.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Yeah, he's double...
Yes, this eye is weird. Yes, this eye is weird.
Also, maybe the...
Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word.
Aye. Well, the A is one.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. The W is not printed properly. The W is not printed properly. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, this I is weird. However, the characters in the two words do not match. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Okay, cool. So we've got the W's. We've got the wonky A.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
But it's not enough. The offset E.
Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters in this word. Let us examine the characters.
Alright, so we got the W.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Nothing to report for these characters. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
The A is quite unusual, but it's not enough. Heavy rain vibes. What else do we have? I mean, what, aside from the double I?
Yes, this I is weird.
The I is weird.
Right. Let us compare this. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Yes.
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Oh, we're just gonna have to, like... okay. Just have to do them one at a time, I guess.
Let us examine the characters in this word.
Because the apostrophe.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. No, I already established that the letter...
Okay, so
I have to find some other similar...
okay, so now if
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
So the A is quite unusual.
Right. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
Yeah, we worked that out ages ago, Akil, but thanks.
Both letters were written on the same typewriter and show the same characteristics.
You surprise me, Poirot. You usually ignore material proof.
But there is nothing usual about this case,
stuffed crocodile.
Nothing must be overlooked. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Why have you got a stuffed crocodile on the side? What's so special about the Andover murder? There's a letter. The ABC guide. Theft is not the motive. The first victim was called Asher. What's so special about the murder? Andover and Alice start with the letter A. What can we guess about the next victim? Next victim's name may start with the letter B.
So, Poirot, have you found something?
Oui, I believe so. But I am afraid it is not enough to stop the murderer. Let us go and see Chief Inspector Japp. I will explain there.
Nothing to be doing here, nothing to do, no way to go home. When the beast did it. Now let's just have a little wander around. I just wanna... Let's turn the fan on. We were talking about him.
Some cool air.
It's a great fan.
It's impossible to get through to Scotland Yard. I've finished with this subject.
Purring tomcats. Don't purring tomcats. I just heard a thump. Right, we read the paper. Can we have a biscuit? We can't have a biscuit. Why have we got a stuffed crocodile in our apartment? Oh, what's going on over here?
Andover, Hampshire, population 31,200 inhabitants.
I wonder what that is now. Is that it? Is that all? Just the one objet then? Okay. Why have you got a stuffed crocodile on the thing? Never mind, let's be vain. Hey everyone, my mother just texted. Anyone got any points? I'll ring her. Death on the Nile. Oh, former astronomer. There we go. My mum's had a second jab. No, no, don't. playing a video game. Next time.
It may be time to go to Scotland Yard.
Yes, well done. Get in the taxi before it poisons everyone. Look how
to
much
Scotland
smoke
Yard,
is
please.
out. Cat's eye. Scotland Yard, London. Who's that dodgy fella just hanging around in the street corner, huh? Also, oh, we went in through the outdoor. Look at him just loosely.
Like all hunters, Hastings has always been fascinated by weapons.
Staring at a gun.
Jap has invested a great deal in his career.
Medals board. Certificate of merit.
Jap is an investigator greatly respected by his peers. Alice Asher was murdered in Andover, the ABC killer's first murder. London. I really like this city. One thing is certain, you never get bored here.
Swansea! And also Worm's Head. Let us observe.
Jap appears to be snowed under.
Piles of files. Cup of cold tea.
Jap appears to already be overloaded with work. My news is not going to improve matters. Bonjour, Chief Inspector. I am afraid we have some bad news. I have just received another letter signed ABC. The next crime will be on the 25th in Bexhill-on-Sea.
Are you completely sure it's from the same person?
I have compared the two letters. There is no doubt about it.
I suppose you think he's going to carry out his threats.
I fear so.
Good God, Poirot. Bexhill is very busy at this time of year, and we have no idea who the next victim will be.
Barbara.
I suspect that the name of the second victim will start with B.
Barbara
What on
Bush.
earth makes you think
she's
such a
real
thing?
person.
I thought about it when I saw the name Asher clearly written over the shop door of the unfortunate woman who was murdered in Andover last month. When I received a letter mentioning Bexhill, I deduced that the victim, like the town, might have been chosen by alphabetical order.
So, it's an alphabet fiend. I'm going to have
The
a list
worst
drawn up
kind.
of all the people whose name starts with B. I hope there aren't too many of them.
Bien, we should leave you to work, Chief Inspector.
You have a few days to prepare yourself.
Thank you for coming, my friends.
I mean, before there was, like, television and internet, you know, you had to be an alphabet fiend, basically.
Poirot?
Chief Inspector Jap, your call does not bode well.
Indeed, we have just found the body of a young woman on the beach in Bexhill. An ABC was placed on the body.
We'll be there as soon as possible.
Bexhill is a delightful town. It would be nice to come back and visit.
I do not entirely agree. Walking at the beach damages my shoes, and it hurts my knee.
So the years have not spared you, my friend. It's the same for all of us.
That is exactly what I said to myself when I saw you back from your travels.
Poirot!
Do not be offended, Hastings. I can see Jap waiting for us. And from his face, I would say that things are not looking good. Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town.
Modern bungalow. Those are beach huts. Victorian house. Oh, something was happening. Where is it? No, oh no, that's the X. Beach chairs? No. Seagulls? Fuck those seagulls. Flags? Bit small. She. Hello. A small raid, a small raid. I don't mind a small raid. Flig sugar. Oh, did you flip to The Sims? We are playing Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders. We are Hercule Poirot. Look, I have a fancy moustache and an hat, and I'm observing Bexhill-on-Sea. Welcome, Craig. The small straw gang. You missed some strawberries earlier. We're trying to detect things about Bexhill-on-Sea. And there's a third thing to detect, but I'm not finding it. Is it the water? Oh, yeah, here it is.
Bexhill is a pretty little seaside resort
God,
with
that
elegant
took
architecture. Although, personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
Well, I suppose let's go down and talk to Yap. So welcome in, she. Welcome in, Craig.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
Fucking hell,
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine?
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
I'm not sure if there's much of a sense of irony in this, aside from being true to the character. I'm not even sure. It is. Yeah, giving Gabe a bit of a run. Yeah, okay, yeah, we did all that stuff. How was the victim killed? Well, let's go investigate the scene of the crime.
A braided silk belt. It may have belonged to the victim. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. She was a great beauty. Strange that chap didn't notice it.
No blood, poison. Wake up, there's a crime scene.
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle. She didn't manage to hit her assailant.
I just spent like a good 15 minutes trying to find the shoreline. She has no
The young
shoes.
woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath.
And another ABC Snelly.
The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yes. How was the victim killed? The victim has marks on her neck. There was a braided silk belt. She did not struggle. She was strangled by surprise with her own belt.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints.
Ah.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What are the common points between Andover and Bexhill? Yeah. Are they the work of the same murderer? Not that. Oh, yes. Well, nobody told anyone.
The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings.
Shut up,
Our killer is
Hastings.
far too meticulous for that.
You're an idiot, Hastings. Identify the victim, huh? Liaison dangereuse. Oh, dangerous liaison, yes.
This hut is locked.
Are we gonna do them all?
This hut is locked.
That doesn't work. But yes.
This hut is locked.
This hut is not locked. Thinking. We have a key. It's key number 6. Well, this is place number 9. Okay. We do not have enough information here. But the number fell. The number fell. Aha, yes. But also, it's all kind of a bit like, yeah.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Right, yeah, there's the
Firstly,
key.
I have to enter the padlock's code.
Yeah, what is the padlock's code? What was the one from the other place? 258? This is 258 again.
Firstly, I have to enter the padlock's code.
852. Other way. I wasn't too bad.
Firstly, I have to enter... The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
What's that? 715? Uh-huh. Seven, one. Aha! Yes. As Kira so rightly said. Hut number 6. The number of the beach. I'm not doing the falsettos of Bruce. Betty's first day at work. Mum is very proud of you. Elizabeth Bernard. Betty Bernard. Oh no.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
Josh, that's a good one, Kira. I'm not going to admonish you for that. Particularly, is there a...
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me. It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Is there a bird in there? Every now and again I see like a little flap.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called?
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Seagull did it. See, she was a waitress at the Ginger Cat. She was only 23. We know all those people. Let's have a look a little bit more. Photo found in the beach hut is the victim and a young man, a well-suited couple. No notes on the back, huh? Who is this other person? Oh, how convenient. She was murdered just round the corner from the place where she worked.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving. With all this... Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
That's because Hastings murders young women.
I fear that this case is far from being solved.
Come on, Poirot. You'll find the killer.
Certes. But how many times will he kill before I do?
There was a ginger cat in the window outside by the tobacconist, you're right, former astronomer.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Inspect Betty's workplace, huh?
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
No.
Hastings would probably like us to rest here, but the investigation cannot wait.
No, no. We must solve the murders.
A delightful cafe. So this is where Betty worked?
Yes, indeed. Let us find someone to talk to.
Very good. We can look at the jukebox. Can we? Can we select
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work.
Oh. Let us observe this woman.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the ginger cat.
Strict appearance. Red hair.
This woman must be the owner of the ginger cat. It looks like
she's got red
something
hair.
is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
Right, can we raid the till? Ah, no, but we can have a look at the guest book.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
Cool. Okay.
Where is Betty?
There's
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve?
Who did she serve? Well, we got some billets here.
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
It's a very good question. We need to look at what Betty's handwriting is like.
Betty?
There is Betty. She's got very tall, spiky...
Betty worked from 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So she's got tall, spiky handwriting. Kind of like these.
Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover, maybe the murderer. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a family. Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker, maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful.
That's why I drink rum.
Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
Do you think there may have been some problems between them?
I'm not on those sort of terms with my staff. Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
Probably should have gone for the morals thing. What's with the big Christian cross there?
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
The objective, go to Betty's house. Didn't it? Yeah. Where's our tea and hot chocolate? Well, we could go to Betty's house, or we could, oh, there's an opportunity to use a clue, huh? Is there a proper... That's the pause menu. Is there a proper quit menu for me? Well, I'm just going to pause it there and take us back to the big screen, because I think we'll knock this one in the head for now. We'll come back to it tomorrow night. It's been, I'm going to take the hat off because it's my head's starting to get a bit itchy. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Well, thank you for hanging out, everybody. Let me move the camera to its rightful position. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. It is always lovely. Great fun. Glad to see that everyone was digging the new sound alerts. Merci, monsieur. Yeah, let's have a look and see who's about, because I'm pretty certain that, like, normally around about now we would be expecting Jamie to whoops, I tagged in to be on, but Jamie's not on yet. Who shall we raid instead? Oh, I have been tempted by this game. I think we're gonna have to go and see Timbo. Timbo is playing Cultist Simulator, and I always see that game and I'm like, that sounds interesting. So let us put the raid in for Timbo the Wizard. We do love Timbo, friend of the channel. Yes, thank you so much for joining me. You know you're lovely. Best bunch. Back tomorrow afternoon, 1, 2-ish, somewhere around there, to play something. Maybe not Lego Star Wars, wasn't particularly fussed with that, but we'll see how that goes. And then, of course, 7 p.m. tomorrow night for more of Poirot and the ABC Medals. Mwah. Salut, I kiss you on the cheeks, mwah, mwah. Both cheeks, you are all the lovely people. Now let's go and see Timbo. Good night.
I appreciate your lurking nonetheless, and thank you so much again for the sub. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, and DJ Nerd just raided with 7 raiders. Oh my god, hey everybody, welcome in.